Check out our new wind spinner. Isn't that cool? American flag. It's appropriate, 4th of July coming up, you know. But our mom got this for us. It's pretty cool. But she got it from Sensational Wind Spinners. And their slogan says, breaking wind since 2008. And I'm like, man, I've been breaking wind since the 1970s. All right, guys and gals, welcome back to HawksDIY. I'm Chuck, and we're off to part 6 of the LP style guitar build. We're going to be doing the final sanding and the polishing. So we're going to try to get her looking as professional as possible. I'm going to use a different sanding process I've never tried before, so let's get going and see how it goes. Alright guys and gals, so in last episode I got all the tru-oil applied to the guitar and got that process finished. So I've let that dry a couple weeks now, and it's always a good call to let your tru-oil or your clear coat, whatever clear coat you're applying, to dry a good couple weeks before you go with the final sanding and polishing. So anyway, that's where we're at, and right now I want to start the final sanding. And usually a lot of luthiers, they do wet sanding, but I kind of wanted to avoid that, because if you get water down into your holes for your potentiometers or your bridge, saddles, or any of those areas, it could cause the wood to swell up and push up on the guitar finish and cause cracks. So I want to avoid that at all costs. So I'm going to explain to you and show you what I have planned here. I'm going to use a little different process. It's going to be a dry sanding process. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so here's all the stuff that I purchased to do this project. And I guess let's start with the polishing materials first. I'm going to use Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. And then I've got a couple microfiber towels here. I got a couple applicator pads. And so that's the stuff that I'll be using to do the polishing. Now, I'll probably get like some polishing wheels to put on a drill to make it a little easier. But we'll cross that bridge when I get there. But for the sanding process, here's the deal. I'm going to use the Super Acrylics, and this is a job pack. And it's got K600, K800, and K1200 grit sizes. And they come in, it says that 2 sheets for each grit, but basically the sheets will split in half, and so this is a half sheet here. And what I did was I had some of this polishing foam. My brother had a big old thing of polishing foam, and I cleaned it up and I cut it, and then I'm just going to wrap the sheet around and then sand like this. So it should work great instead of having that big old sanding block. I kind of wanted something that was a little bit smaller and had a little bit more maneuverability and more easier to control. But we'll start with the K600 sheets first, and we'll work our way up to 1200. And really all we're doing, folks, is we're sanding the top coat, which is your tru-oil. We're not actually sanding, you know, if you're getting down to to the stain, you know, that's not good. But just keep in mind, we're not sanding the grain, we're sanding the clear coat. So we're going to have to get set up outside because this makes a big old mess. And I'm going to hook up the air compressor and work out on the back deck. And then that way we can blow it off whenever we get done sanding in an area. So let's get going with that, and I'll come back to you then. Alright guys, gals, I got out here outside. It's kind of a hot day today. I think it's going to be a high of like 88, but we're out of the sun, so we're alright. I cut a black piece of boat carpet to wipe the dust off onto, and to clean off the super acrylic sheets. And these guys, you can get this anywhere online. Just do a search for them and you'll find them. You can get them straight from Eagle Abrasives, or I ended up getting them on eBay. So anyway, I just bought the job pack, and so that's that. But the goal here is to sand this down and get rid of all the clear, make it look all dull. And so we're going to get started doing that. And so I'll just fast forward with you all this part. But I'm starting out with the K600, and what this is going to do is it's going to get rid of any lint, nibs, and runs and imperfections with the clear coat. So let's get going. Alright guys, that's one quick pass with the 600. There's still some clear spots here, so I'm going to keep working with the 600. And we're just going to keep doing what I'm doing until we finally get her smoothed out and get those clear spots gone. And then once I feel good, I'll move up to the 800 and the 1200. And then we'll be good to go. So let me get that far, and I'll come back to you whenever I get done with the 1200 grit. Well, looks like today's noisemaker is the neighbor over here. He's got his pressure washer going. Looks like he's washing off his back patio. So anyway, anywho's, all right. I want to show you something real quick, guys. So that's a couple passes with the K600 sheet, and anyway, you could see little spots here where, you know, it's still shining. So I need to still get rid of that, and you can see it by the glare here real well. But there's still some shiny spots there. I need to get rid of those. But that's all you're doing, is you're just sanding it till it's a matte finish is all you're doing. And then once all the shine's gone, I'm going to switch over to the higher grits, and then she'll be finished up on the sanding for the veneer top. So anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. All right, so I got through all the way through the 1200 grit super acrylics sanding sheets, and man, look at that. Look at that. And so all I did essentially is leveled the tru-oil. That's really all you're doing. You're just sanding it down level, getting rid of the blemishes, and getting rid of runs and dust nibs and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm pretty happy with it. I could probably, I thought about going to, another grit level like 1500, but I don't think I need to. So the next, we're going to have to start polishing, and I think I'm going to start doing that tomorrow. It's already kind of late after sanding all afternoon, and I'm tired anyway, you know what I mean? So I guess we'll just reconvene tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and start with the Maguires and get this thing shined up. Hey everybody, if you like guitar related content, please like and subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost anything, really helps out the channel. Also click the notification bell and select all so that you get all the notifications whenever I release a new video. So anyway, we're over here at Home Depot. It's the next day, and I decided I'm going to go in here and get a buffer wheel for a power drill, and I think that'll make the polishing process a lot faster. Also I just kind of doing a trial run, figure out what process is going to work best. So anyway, let's head in here and go get the buffer wheel. Well, there we go. That should work. All right, ladies and gents, I'm back to the house, and I thought, I need to explain a little better on why the Super Acrylics job pack is so awesome. The main thing is that the dust doesn't get clogged on the sheet like it would if you're using regular sandpaper. So if you use regular sandpaper, it just clog up underneath the paper, and then what ends up happening is it collects, and the more and more it collects, the more and more opportunity for it to stop actually sanding. Plus it starts putting scratches into your finish. So the super acrylic sheets don't do that. They won't clog up. They disperse the debris and the dust as it sands. So that's what makes them so great and why they do such a great job, But I wanted to share that real quick so that you understood why these are so good. And also I was going to mention too, I already fixed the fret sprout off film here a couple days ago actually, and so I took care of that already, and I filed them down and repolished them, so they feel great now. So we got that done, and so I got all the supplies ready for the polishing, and I think I'm probably going to end up having to take this back because I just bought this for the applicator pads for the Ultimate Compound. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the Ryobi 4-piece buffing and polishing drill attachment set. And so we're going to use that on the cordless drill, which the battery's charging currently, so we're not going to be able to start till after lunch. But and then I got a couple microfiber towels to wipe off as I apply the compound with the drill. So anyway, that's the plan. I just want to kind of get you up to date with everything. And so I look forward to getting started on the polishing. Alright, I got the drill set up with the Ryobi 4-piece kit, and I chose the yellow. It says that it is the correcting pad, and so it's the one that is you're supposed to use with compound. So anyway, we're ready to go. I got the McGuire's shook up real well. We're going to add a little bit to the foam applicator here, and I've got the drill set on the lowest setting, so come on now. You know what? I bet this has got a seal on it. Yes. Come on now. Alright, we'll get rid of that. Alright. Let's try this again. Ah. Dang. Went everywhere. Everywheres. Gonna have to wipe that up. Don't need much, just a little bit. And then we're ready to apply this. I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna start up here. Well, no, let's start over here. So, here we go. Alright, then we just take this and wipe it off. Wow. So anyway, that's all there is to it. It's just a rinse and repeat operation, but yeah, it's going to take quite a bit of that, so I may try this manually just to see how it goes with that. But anyway, let me keep moving along here and see what she's going to look like. Alright folks, well I did one pass with the drill and the compound, and so, you know, you can still see spots, you know, where it's still a little dull, but that's one pass and it's gonna work pretty good. So I'm gonna just keep working on it, get 2 or 3 more passes on here and get it shining up real good, and when I get that done, then I'll come back at you and show you how she turns out. So anyway, there's a little dull spot right there, but yeah, it's just gonna be a rinse and repeat process, and just a lot of hard work. So let me get at it and get it done. Alright guys, gals, I've been at it for a couple hours, and she looks pretty good, but there's some scratches I'm going to have to deal with, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with on those. Most of them are down here, like right in that area, and then down here, and it's basically the worst part appears to be where the volume pot, the tone pot on the bottom, and then it goes on over. There's some scratches over in here, and I think one of the things that's giving me concern is right here on the edge where it meets the binding. The tru-oil, there's no tru-oil left, so I got to be very careful right there. I think what I'll do is I'll touch it up with some tru-oil, and it's also right here too. And I noticed the color coming off on the sponge on the buffing wheel, and so once I started noticing that, I stopped on this side. So anyway, I'll have to fix that. It won't be no big deal, but I'll have to fix that, and then I got to figure out something different to do with these scratches. But overall, she looks pretty darn slick. But yeah, I'm just going to do a little research and try to figure out what to do from here to fix the scratches mainly. I can fix the other spots on the edges. That ain't no big deal. But anyway, that's where we're at for right now. I'm going to call it quits for today. I'm worn out. And, you know, this ain't the funnest job, you know what I mean? So, I'll come back at you tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have a remedy for these scratches. I definitely don't want to leave it the way it is right now. And so sometimes you got to go backwards to go forwards, you know? So, anyway, I'll talk at you tomorrow. Alright, guys and gals, well, it's the next day. And I think I got a plan on how to go forward, so let's take a look. Alright, so this morning I went over to O'Reilly's and I got some new applicator pads. And I got some premium polishing towels, and I went ahead and got some large microfiber towels. And that way I got a little bit of a variety here. I can kind of see what works best. But I think the old towels that I was using, it was just such a low quality, and that's what was causing a lot of the scratching. So what we're going to do here is, you can see I've taped off this side, the top side. And the reason for that, like I showed you, is I'm going to have to add some tru-oil to the edge. So that means I'm going to have to apply a coat of tru-oil, and it's going to have to cure and dry. So that's going to take a little while. But in the meantime, I'm going to just focus on this side, the bottom side of the guitar, and try to get all these scratches out. And so once the tru-oil dries, then I'll of course have to sand it down level again. before I can get back to polishing on this side. So anyway, that's what I'm going to have to do. Alright guys, I got a quick update. So I got quite a bit done today actually, and I got her looking pretty good, but I got some bad news. It looks really good over here, you know, on the back side of the top. It looks almost darn near perfect. But I got another spot where the tru-oil is just gone. It's just gone. So I started noticing color coming off on my applicator pad. So I just stopped. At this point, what I'm going to have to do is go backwards for a while. And that means I'm going to have to hit this with steel wool. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to seal up where the color is coming up. And I'll just do like a 20-30% mixture of tru-oil and mineral spirits and put a light coat over those areas. There's one there, and then there's several, you know, that I showed you over here along the edge. And so I got to get those sealed up, and then like I said, I'm going to have to steel wool it all down and put about another 4 to 8 coats of tru-oil and do it all over again. So that's where we're at. Well, sometimes you go backwards to go forwards, and that's where we're at now. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Thanks for watching. If you like guitar related content, please like and subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And I'll let you know how this works out. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to dial back and start over. I think what happened was I either sanded too much on the final sanding, or I didn't put enough tru-oil on, either or. Because I know when I applied the ultimate compound that I didn't put any pressure for, you know, for it to take off that much. So anyway, you learn, right? But anyway, check out the next episode. Hopefully I'll have this done by then, and then we can move forward. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.